Welcome to another game in which I'm going to be playing Varus AD carry with a Leona support versus an Ezreal Janna lane. We have Mordekaiser in mid lane versus Morgana, we have Fiddlesticks in the jungle versus Lee Sin, and we have Nidalee in top lane versus Riven. So we'll jump in and we'll see how this game goes. So, I picked Varus because I haven't played him much recently. I loved him on release, but he was a bit buggy. And I wanted to see if there was any new items that would be effective on Varus. So, particularly Runan's Hurricane. So, pretty basic, and then my Leona basically makes a derp and gets killed. So, instantly, my first impression of this is not going well for me. Now, I went with Barrier over Ignite because I felt I needed protection against Ignite rather than an Ignite of my own. So, Leona makes constant engagements. I keep running really low. I've got no pots at this point, so I'm kind of afraid. I don't want to be hit by any Ezreal Qs if I can avoid it. Leona just keeps laughing for no reason really. So, now I'm maxing E because as a spell, Varus E does more damage than Q overall. Q can do more damage potentially, but E does straight damage and heal reduction, which is quite effective. Even though they have no heal in this lane, it's still quite nice. And the slow is very handy with engagements. So, my Leona makes another engagement, and Leona sort of gets me nearly caught, but I sort of back off and hide. I derped with my Q there. I meant to fire that at the Ezreal. So, lane not going as well as it should for me at the moment. I go back, I get double Dorans and a longsword and some pots. Now the reason I get the longsword is for a Vampiric Scepter so that I can hopefully sustain through hitting the minions. Leona makes another engage. We kind of lose that one. Partly because I didn't respond quick enough, partly because Leona's doing it at bad times. Then, boom, nuked. Because Varus ult does an insane amount of damage. And then, you don't want to engage Varus really once he gets passive. Because a passive upon killing a player gives him, is it 60% attack speed? 40%. Which is quite major attack speed boost. Especially this early on. He's 20% on minions, so usually you don't want to fight a Varus once he's killed somebody, especially if you're relatively the same health, because he'll probably win the engagement. But anyway, so they're now going to do, or try and do Dragon. We know because we have a ward. My top and my mid try to deter them and get them off it. They all get pile up, perfect for my E, and sort of chase after them. Nidalee decides she wants to dive and dies, and then I'm like, fine, okay. So I just back off a little bit and then fire off my ult, kill Ezreal. Yep, fine. I don't mind using my ult for that. And then Fiddlesticks is doing Dragon. I'm like, fine, okay, I'll miss out on this farm for the Dragon. So we can take this. I'm building for my Zerka Breeze at this point, and then catch out the Lee Sin, kill him, and then I go off to farm again. Now, it was so kind of, I think it was Morgana who died to me, giving me the blue buff, because now I can just sit here spamming E's on the Ezreal and the Janna. And then we keep on pushing them back, trying to farm a little bit, and trying to get engagements. I'm thinking of going back maybe, but then I'm like, nah, probably better just to sit here and farm some more. And then I want to back, but Leona tells me that she needs a bit more money for her next item, so I'm like, fine, okay, I'll stay for a bit and I'll farm another wave. And then we have engage. I get exhausted, I ult them both. I waited specifically when Janna moved next to Ezreal, because that way they both get hit by the ult. So that was very important for that engagement. If I had fired it almost instantly, that wouldn't have gone as well as it did. And then I just focus on the farm at hand. Lee Sin's coming, and I'm like, okay, let's just back off then. There's no point staying here, it's too risky. So, we go back. I get Zerkagree's Bloodthirster. I go Bloodthirster because I'm maxing E. And then we catch off another one, we kill. Leona fails the E on Janna, so we end up backing off from that. And I'm getting relatively fed, and then I get sort of baited in a little bit deeper than I wanted to be. Bit sad for me, but oh well. Anyway, so I come back up, and I'm starting to build my Runan's Hurricane. I think that's how it's pronounced. I could be wrong. But anyway, so I kill another one, and my Morty decides he wants to dive. I'm like, fine, okay. More kills for me. So, we take this tower, we push up some more, and then push this tower down a little bit and pull back. No point going any deeper, we'd probably get caught. So now I've got my recurve bow for the Runan's Hurricane. Now, the reason I see Runan's Hurricane being effective on Varus is because it applies on hit effects and it hits 2 extra targets then of my passive W, which means I'll do theoretically more damage, and I can do potentially more damage. Now, I didn't like my Fiddlesticks then. He could have turned around and feared one, and I could have maybe gotten away. I doubt it, but he could have at least helped. He just sort of walked past, and he didn't help me. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna pay you back for that. And I just told his blue. He wasn't doing anything with it. So Lee Sin tries to gank me, doesn't get anything out of it. I just use the blue buff to push, and then I miss my ult. First ult I've missed all game, but I flash and dodge Ezreal ult. Leona's a bit pissed off because I missed the ult, but I missed it because he E'd out of it, and I thought he'd already E'd, but oh well. So we continue on pushing. And then my guys over here are having a little engagement. It looks like it could be good for us, and then it's bad. I'm like, oh, okay, so I end up just walking through. Kind of lucky for me. And then Fiddlesticks ults, and we don't get anything out of it because his ult was appalling. So yeah, I push down this tower, I push up a bit more, and then I pull back, not wanting to get caught by Morgana. So I go back, Runan's Hurricane, pick up a pickaxe towards my Infinity Edge, because I still need crit, and crit is an on-hit effect, so having Runan's Hurricane plus crit is quite nice. But anyway, so we have another engagement, catch a few people out, kill off Ezreal, and then kill the dragon. The reason I stayed there and helped with the dragon instead of going up helping my team with the fight was because I needed health and I had a Bloodthirster. So by attacking the dragon, hopefully I regained health ready for another fight if another one came up, rather than risking my life. Anyway, so I go back, and then I go over here, kill Grace quickly for a bit of farm, because there's nothing else to farm. Kill off a bit of mid lane, not a huge amount because I don't want to risk anything. Morgana comes around, ults me, and then yeah, I make the bad decision of going back in and I get ulted by Riven. So I come back up, I have a I built a BF sword towards my Infinity Edge. I'm still feeling pretty content. We're not doing the best this game, but we're not horribly behind. So I'll come over here and I farm some more, and then I've nearly got enough for the Infinity Edge. Another fight comes up, I ult Riven, and then Ezreal tries to 1v1 me, and then Leona ults, and yeah, it's dead Ezreal. And then we catch them off, kill them, push down the tower. Fiddlesticks wanted to do Baron, but we saw it more worth our while to push towers and take the inhibitor. Because, as it is, we're not really very tanky, so taking Baron is very risky, and now it's too late to take it, so instead I just go off, take red buff. clean up top lane for the farm, yoink, all the lovely farm, and then I want to go back. I buy my Infinity Edge and a Chain Vest for my Guardian Angel. Then catch out Riven, I ult her, boom, dead. And then Lee Sin tries to help her, she's dead, he's dead. And then, perfectly content with this, start chasing down a little bit, steal stuff here and there, and go to push. Mordekaiser and Fiddle aren't really here with me in Nidalee. Leona pisses off to go steal that blue. Kind of sad about that because we could have been ending it really at this point. But, oh well, so they tried to catch us and Fiddlesticks dies of his own accord really. He hid in a bush when he shouldn't have. He knew we couldn't fight. And then Leona gets caught, and she dies as well. So, feeling a little bit miffed about that, because 2 of my team members made horrible mistakes. But we come back with a need to hopefully win this game. So, push up, and get ready for the final team fight. And boom, we get the perfect thing. Ults on top of all of them. Mordekaiser dies, fine, whatever, but only their Riven and Janna are still alive. There's no way they can stop us, because if they do try to stop us, then they'll probably die due to CC and my damage at this point. And I felt happy. I got to try out Riven, no not Riven, Varus with the Runan's Hurricane. Good item, thoroughly enjoyed using it. It's an exciting choice for AD carries, and I'm thoroughly enjoying AD carry once again. Thank you for watching, and